Our July Healed and Set Free featured inspirational story is written by a 28-year-old woman from the U.S. I grew up very fearful of my father, who has a terrible temper. He would yell and swear at us daily, sometimes even hitting us. My father never wanted to spend any time with me, and I grew up thinking women were inferior to men. In my 20s, I began drinking a lot, taking addicting anxiety medications and throwing myself at any guy who gave me attention. Anything to numb the pain from my own childhood. Men were my God, and I wanted to please them to be accepted. This began a string of unhealthy relationships with men who were extremely abusive, both verbally and emotionally. Eventually, I started a tumultuous relationship with an older man. He was an alcoholic and cheated repeatedly, and I was depressed and filled with anxiety all the time. But I thought, if I'm perfect, then the man I love will want me and love me. I was so obsessed with him that I was stuck in this intense stronghold for 3 whole years. Then I met a much older man who became my new God. He belittled and disrespected me and spent his nights with other girls. Crushed and anxiety-ridden, I started more anxiety medication and drinking more and more alcohol, as he was an alcoholic too. I didn't know the combination of those could be deadly. I remember being so depressed as I drove on the highway and thinking how easy it would be to just drive off the road and end it all. Then I met yet another man. I saw a million red flags, his history with drugs and alcohol and violence, but I ignored him anyway. After breaking that off, I went to his apartment one night to get the rest of my belongings. He invited me in, but then got angry that I wasn't spending the night. He grabbed me, pulled me down the stairs, opened the front door, and threw me down the flight of cement steps. That was my rock bottom. Something had to change, or I wouldn't be here today. During this time, I had been attending church. I had believed in God growing up, but it wasn't until I had hit that rock bottom that I fully gave my life to Christ. I completed the Healed and Set Free study a couple of months ago where I met some amazing sisters in Christ. We share a bond that I have never had with anyone. I've forgiven my father and the men and women who have hurt me. Now I can go out in public without fear of running into anyone like I used to do. I love God with all of my heart, mind, and soul, and I long to know Him more. He brought me out of my black hole of despair, self-hatred, shame, anger, and fear. I never thought I would be able to forgive, forget, and move on with my life. Thanks be to God and His amazing love for us to heal and set us free. For we aren't alone in this journey, and God has more for us as we follow where He leads. You shall know the truth, and the truth shall make you free. John 8:32.
Lingering hurts can cripple, damage, and paralyze our mind and soul, creating a person we don't want to be, keeping you and even your entire family in shackles. But Christ said, "You shall know the truth, and the truth shall make you free." What does it mean to be truly set free from life's hurts? Healed and Set Free is a ministry for women that is offering hope for the brokenhearted. Women can come and join a small and confidential group study or order your own personal copy today.